You're probably wondering if your ex was living a double life. Probably wondering if the person that you called wife, husband, boyfriend, girlfriend, love of your life, soulmate, seemed like there was someone else in the relationship while you guys were together. And yeah, some of you caught them cheating at the end. That's why the relationship came to an end. But some of you were just discarded, thrown away like yesterday's trash, and you didn't get any explanation to their sudden change of heart. They just started treating you like garbage. The fights started escalating. What was once a wonderful relationship turned into, felt like you were dating a stranger. For a lot of you, especially if you've dated a psychopath, it felt like you were dating the devil, right? And you had never experienced something like that. I've worked with a lot of people. I have a coaching program where I work with trauma victims of narcissistic abuse and survivors. A lot of victims of these narcissists have been in previous long-term relationships and marriages, and it was never like this. It was never like this. Even people that have been divorced, it was never like this. And then you stumbled upon this person that, well, for whatever reason or not, seemed like they were heaven sent just for you. But I'm going to tell you something. I want to dive deep about whether they were actually sent for you or not. Later on in this video, I'm going to reveal that they actually were, and I'm going to tell you exactly why they were sent for you, but not the way that you think. Because we think when we not stumble, but through divine intervention, you meet this person, and right away you feel this strong connection, and you feel like they're your soulmates. Like they are the only ones on the planet that understand you, right? This is the only person that truly understands me. They can see inside of me. Later on, when you get through that entanglement, you want to kick yourself in the ass for sounding like such a gullible buffoon. No, it's that they didn't really understand. A lot of these narcissists were already studying you before they even approached you. In my case, with my psychopath ex, I met her. I approached her. And we exchanged numbers, and we texted that night, and just like that, she stopped replying. And I was like, all right. I had a bunch of other phone numbers that I was like, okay, cool. I'm just going to text this other one. So I thought, right? And that's it. And I put her out of my mind, and it sucked because I thought she was kind of hot. And that was it. But no. See, she was following me like on social. And I was posting stuff, and that's it. In my head, I was like, damn, so close, but no cigars. I'm not going to get this one. Oh, well. But you know what happened? 2 or 3 weeks later, I get this random text, and it was so cryptic. And I was like, oh, it has to be this person. And I was like, oh my God, is that my ex from long ago? Like, I actually started thinking things like that. But then as I carefully started deciphering the code on the text, I realized, I was like, wait a second, my ex would have nothing, she wouldn't know what this even means. And I was like, oh snap, it's her. And I was like, oh shit, how you been? And blah blah blah. She wanted to meet up. She was going to this event, and coincidentally so was I. Maybe I had posted it online and she knew, I don't know. And that's how that thing started. And later on, I discovered that she had been studying everything I was posting on social media. And she even mentioned a few posts that I posted that she thought they were very interesting. And I was like, you were watching? I was like, holy shit, I thought you were like long gone. I thought that's it. You stopped replying and that was the end of it. She's like, no, I was watching you and I was so intrigued. Of course, once you understand the psychopath, she was just trying to get to know everything she could about me, with my musical taste, my choices in movies and food and style and gaming and whatever it was. And she just started mirroring those things at the beginning of the relationship. So be careful when you meet someone and suddenly they take an extreme interest in everything that you do and everything and anything that you contribute to to society, to the internet, whatever it is that you do or you put out. And they're just so fascinated by it. And it's just the only thing, it's kind of like the work that you do is the only work that exists. It's a little uncanny. It's a little uncanny if you ask me. A little extreme there, don't you think? But that's what narcissists and psychopaths and toxic people do. And if you don't know about this disorder, you're gonna fall right into the little trap, just the same way that I did. Because the attention that you get is so overwhelming. And let me tell you something. If you're coming out of a relationship already, if you're coming out of a marriage and maybe it was an unhappy marriage, something like that, and then you meet this person and it's like, wow, I wish my wife would have treated me the way you're treating me. I wish my ex-girlfriend would have given me the attention that you're giving me, right? Because that happened to me. Like I was in a long-term relationship and with a great girl. I'm not trying to trash her, but she was extremely jealous, and she would not for the life of her give me one single compliment on anything that had to do with my appearance or my style or my music. It was always this fear that, giving me compliments was going to somehow, I don't know, attract other women. It just made no sense. And I remember going to therapy and meant bringing that up, and she would tell the therapist, she was like, no, I don't want to tell him that, because then he's gonna do it more. It's like, do what more? They're like, do what more? Like, be himself? They get excited at the beginning of the relationship with you because you're the new shiny object, but they know that they're gonna ruin it. And around the 90-day mark, they usually do. It's always around the 90-day mark that the claws come out when you're dealing with toxic people. Now, that doesn't mean that that's the end of the relationship, but it was around the 90-day mark that I saw her fangs and I saw what a snake she really was. But I didn't know about narcissist personality disorder. I didn't know about psychopaths being people that look like normal people. I thought psychopaths were like the Joker and serial killers that you see on the movies. I didn't know that they're normal looking people, extremely charming. They have jobs, they're functional. You would never guess that there's nothing in there. You'll never guess that. I didn't know about those things. So to me, it was just, okay, we're having a fight. I guess she is a little brat. I guess she does have, problems. I guess she's not the soulmate angel perfection that I thought. She's flawed. She's broken. There it is. There it is. There it is. Right? There it is. I see it. But that's cool. I'm gonna fix it. Right? I'm gonna fix it. We're gonna get through this. I had no idea that I was walking deeper into hell the longer I stayed with that psychopath. And that's what's going on with you guys. You're in this situation and you need to get out, but you won't. And you're questioning and you're wondering, it's like, wait, is this person living a double life? Like, are they in another? Nah, they can't be in another relationship because we are in a relationship, right? That they're going to at least give me the common decency of breaking up before starting something new, right? I mean, even if they're cheating, even if they're cheating, they're not going to make it official with someone else while being official with you, right? You're not, that would never happen, right? Goes to show how little we know. Goes to show how little we know. These narcissists, these people are evil, and they will make it official with someone new and tell everyone about it and start putting pictures on social media with their new man. Just like that. And you're sitting there. You're so deep in the spell that you'll sit there and you'll watch them put pictures of another guy on their social media. And you don't even know how to respond to that because it's so outlandish. It's so like in your face that it can't be real. You know how they say what was it? The devil's best trick was convincing the world he didn't exist, or something like that. It's kind of like it's just so it's a little too obvious that they're cheating that it can't be, so I'm gonna dismiss it and look the other way. That's how bad this spell goes when you're dealing with a psychopath narcissist. They're spelling it out for you that they're having an affair, but they're not gonna admit it, but they are enjoying watching you suffer. They enjoy playing the game. They really like playing those games. And they'll deny it. They'll deny it, but their story doesn't add up. Because a lot of them they're not that great at lying. I gotta tell you, like, my psychopath ex was not the best liar, and I caught all the stuff. But there are some that will fool the therapist, and the therapist will have no idea, and the therapist will believe that you are the psychopath. The therapist will think you're the one that needs help. All right, guys, so if you got some value from this clip and would like to see some more stuff, click right here, and if you would like to see the entire video, click right here.